love it. I just ordered one of those like half a gallon bottles to remember to drink water.
Yeah, it's just it's a struggle.
Right?
It's a
I
struggle.
realized the other day, I didn't even drink water like the whole day. I had coffee and then I was thirsty at night and I was like, wait, did I even drink water today?
Yeah, I drink a ton of protein powder, and you kind of have to mix it with water, which has made me drink a little more water.
Nice. All right, we're back, everybody. We are now on IG. Yo, YouTube friends, can you hear both of us well? Does do we need to adjust sound levels? Leo, can you speak?
Speaking, is that good or not?
Can you make it a little louder?
Uh, yes.
Oh, that's good. Speak.
Or maybe I can. Let's see if I can do it still off, but just louder.
Is that good, everybody?
Is
Okay.
that is this louder? Is this good or
Good. What's up? What
good?
up, Sax gang?
Hey.
So we are live on the gram. What's up, everybody? How you doing? Welcome to. We are having a little technical difficulties, but we are here
Oh, sorry.
and we're live on YouTube.
All right, I'm gonna request. I send a request.
Not in yet. They were just saying they can't hear you, but you weren't there. Okay, hold on.
They can't hear me on this.
No, no, no. They can hear you on YouTube, but I think the Instagram family.
Oh,
All right, there he is. By the way, Instagram fam, if you go over to YouTube, you'll see that somebody has a very fun green screen.
mm-hmm.
Um,
To get the real effect, you need to go to YouTube.
yeah, it's like you really should go, you guys, because it's like I didn't see it coming. All right, how are you, my friend?
Um, are you talking to my saxophone?
Ah, what's her or his name?
Uh, I haven't decided yet. It feels female to me. I'm getting feminine vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know.
So you don't have a name yet?
No, I don't have a name yet.
All right, peeps, Sax gang. What do we think? I also have a new instrument.
Whoa.
I'm so excited.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful color.
Isn't she pretty? And the matching colors. I want to learn some bass. I don't know what her name is yet.
Nice.
Yeah.
Um, I bought a. Do you know those like Soda Stream things where you can make seltzer out of water?
Love those.
Yeah, I bought one that's the exact same color as that.
Ooh, pretty. I have a red one, but
I- That's one of my favorite colors, honestly. That
this color.
yeah,
What they
it's
call it?
almost mint green or
Yeah. One of my best friends from college, this was always her favorite color. So it makes me think of Emily.
I love like cars that are that color and like it's like diner. It makes me think of diners and like I like that color with pink.
They
But
call the retro.
yo, Alto's amazing. Let me just say the high G is so nice on
Oh,
Alto.
let's hear it. Ooh. Yes.
You know, just it goes in that F sharp so nice. Like I don't know how much you play high G on Barry, but
Oh, I don't know if I is it the same fingering?
it's actually different. You add the B flat key to it.
Yeah, um because when I try to do the same alto fingering, it doesn't come out.
Yeah, so I realized that I've been practicing alto the last few days, and
Yeah.
I realized that um the altissimo fingers are different.
Yeah, so wait, what do? You add a B flat?
So I'm doing like basically one and three on the
3.
top, right, for alto, and then one on the bottom, right? Is that how you do it on alto?
I do actually 1 and 3. This might be interesting for some of you, Sax Gang.
Okay.
1 and 3 on the left hand, and 1 and 3 on the right hand.
Oh.
It might not be needed. Does that
Whoa.
feel more stable?
It is. But also you can toggle it like
Oh,
so
that yeah.
you can go back and forth. But no, so I do one and three and then one and then the B flat key.
Flat. Okay. Oh, I see. This is really weird without a strap.
I feel,
Not good posture, everybody, but very short. It feels unstable, though. Is that just?
I feel like you're playing it a whole octave up.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, but you're playing that higher G. You're not
That's
playing the first altissimo G.
what?
What? All right, give me a second. Give me a second.
That's 2 octaves up.
Yeah, yeah. Here, let me check. Let me check.
That like that sounds right to me. Is anybody playing Altissimo on the Bari? What's your fingerings for that? Oh, is that what it's supposed to sound like?
Is that maybe I'm just hearing it wrong? That maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm tripping. Here. Maybe I'm tripping, dude. Maybe it just sounds higher, but yeah, that's two octaves up. I'm talking about
Really? How do you
the
do
first altissimo G.
that? But the same fingerings?
So, uh, so one and three, and then one, and then the B flat.
Oh,
You were going,
oh. I think that's because of playing so much alto. I just assume that that's
yeah.
so funny.
It just felt like, cause I was like, dude, you're playing the same note as me right now.
Uh, it's just so much easier for me to go up.
Yeah,
1, 3, 1, and a B flat.
yeah.
Why am I getting that? Hmm.
Um. So yeah, when I tell like students about
Oh, there it
Altissimo
is.
Berry, yeah, yeah, yeah. No.
Oh no. It's so much easier. Alto. That's
Yeah,
alto. Yeah.
when I tell people about Barry, in my opinion, the hardest, the hardest. I'll be right back.
Okay. While he's gone, just for the record, my boyfriend gave me this shirt, and so I am super down to play and learn more about Team Horn.
So in my opinion, like the hardest the hardest things on saxophone are like that middle Barry Altissimo
Hmm.
and then the low notes for like alto. Like I feel like the low notes for alto are hard.
And they get sharp.
Like to make that B flat speak, it's like you gotta really put a lot of. But yeah, that mid section. So this is what I always say to like students. I'm like, I think the reason it's hard, it feels like it's like the Barry is like going through puberty, and it's like a male voice. Like weirdly, it's easy to sing here or like here, like and do falsetto,
Yeah.
but like that break low, like, and I feel like that area in the Barry is where the voice crack happens.
That
It's
is a really good analogy because that's how it feels. You're like right in the cracks.
Yeah, and that like the G literally like when I first started like trying Altissimo on Barry, I could not get to play and I was just like oh, I just can't do altissimo, and this sucks. And then I just tried and tried and tried and tried.
Practice, practice.
Um, and the best way to do it is just go F, F sharp, G, F, F sharp, G, and just keep, and because like I wanna because I wanna have my own band like blues. I was supposed to start performing with that band before COVID, um, and I wanna like be like a sick blues sax player and like stuff, but there's no like smooth or like blues sax guy that's like or girl that's Barry. And
Mm.
part of that is because it's awkward to play high. It's just awkward.
Yeah, like usually Barry's playing bass line stuff.
Yeah.
But that's
So I was just like, I don't care. I'm gonna show everybody like I'm gonna play high on but like playing this G, it's like hilarious to me how nice it feels. Like that sounds feels so just like
satisfying.
yeah.
It's just so Alto is so in your face. She's such a diva. She's like, ah!
Yeah. Um I have a random tip about Barry Sachs I would like to explain to people I do.
Y'all want to hear this tip?
Yeah. I was thinking about this
This is
because
gonna be juicy.
I was gonna ask if you had any tips on alto. So here's
I,
my tip for Barry.
yes.
If you want to play low notes really soft
On Barry?
on Barry,
Yeah.
it helps to puff your cheeks. I do not know why, but I'm telling you, it's just something I've always done.
Okay, let's try this.
Like really soft.
We're giving each other. Somebody, I think I read a comment that was like, "What's the world coming to? Grace playing Barry, Leah's playing alto." It was cute. Okay, so low notes and puff my cheeks.
Yeah, but to play them soft.
Oh, like that.
Yeah.
It feels so weird to puff my cheeks because I feel like I've trained myself to not do it.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, actually, so this is how I'd usually play that subtone, which I really have to like open up the back of my throat to do that. But if I
uh,
puff, that is easier.
isn't it? Isn't it weirdly easier?
Yo, someone just said activate chipmunk mode. First,
Yeah.
yeah, that's so wild. Why is that?
I don't know, but I started like there'd just be these times in zoo shows where like we'd be doing like an improv section and all of a sudden like the vibe would get really soft and it's like, oh, I'm playing low A. No one gave me the memo that we are gonna start playing soft. So I just started playing soft and like I just developed that because it just started helping.
Oh my gosh. That is some serious secret sauce. All
Isn't
right,
that random?
you heard it. You heard it in office hours. Yo, yeah.
Isn't that
What do
right?
you, what's something that you want to know about the alto? You were saying overtones? Wait, what were you saying?
I don't know. Like,
Let's see.
how do I make it less out of tune?
Ooh, yeah. Um,
Just tuner?
tuner's gonna help. I think when you, for example, those high C sharps, which are notoriously sharp, I
Yeah, C sharp. Yeah.
I keep my again, this is some sauce, you guys. I keep my right hand down to just flatten the pitch a bit. So high C sharp, but then keep these gals down. And then at the same time, it's like a big like say
Ah.
and I'm trying to keep
Ah.
that throat positioning to keep the tuning a little bit flatter since it always goes sharp.
Word.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll work on that. Also, I never knew there was a front E until now.
Oh yeah.
That's
That's
so nice. Because F has always been like one of my favorite notes because the front F is so poppin'.
mm-hmm.
And E, front E.
Front.
Yeah. Yo, I definitely understand why Maceo plays in D minor so much.
Right?
Like,
Yeah, and then you can just the F's sound really juicy on the alto too.
Yeah.
And then if you kind of get like a toggle though, like that, that's cool.
Yeah.
Toggle it and get that texture. Dude, what's the mouthpiece you're playing right now? Is that the Omani as well?
Diawani.
What's the? Is it like this similar?
Same Durga.
Okay.
Durga. I use
And you
Durga.
like? I mean,
Uh, Durga 3.
those cats are squeaking up there in a really nice tone.
Yeah. It's
Alto.
I use the Durga 3. The Durga 4 is good too, but I'm weird. I swear, like I always end up liking the like one less than like the top. It's really weird.
Hmm.
Like I like the 52 instead of the 62, and then like I just like the Durga 3 over the 4. But the 4 is good too. I just really like the 3.
Hey, this what's up? Um,
But yeah, dude, it's weird. Like just people out there like I haven't played alto for like 8 years, but I'm definitely way better at alto than I was 8 years ago. Like it definitely converts when you practice. Like I couldn't play any altissimo on alto, and I think playing a Bari Altissimo really helped me a lot.
like stabilize everything going on, right?
Yeah.
Yo, I took do y'all know Derek Brown? He's does some sick beatbox sax stuff. Sax Gang, you know him? I took his online workshop yesterday. He was doing a really cool, like, he's got this series, which I highly recommend to everybody. It's a series of beatbox sax stuff, and he was teaching us how to do like the pop and the snare sound and like the hi hat and the kissing sounds, all these things that I couldn't get. Everyone else at the workshop was like way more advanced, but I haven't practiced them yet. And I think it feels better to practice it on the Bari because I can hear it more.
Mm.
I think I'm gonna practice those techniques, yeah, to be able to. I don't know, it's something about having a lower instrument and it just has more resonating things. So all those little things like the pops and they just resonate more. So I'm like, I'll learn it there so I can just sonically hear it better.
Yeah.
And then hopefully it's easier once you get to alto. Like you're saying about like solidifying those altissimos and then once you're in alto land, it's
Yeah, the fingerings are a little different. Um, but I also the thing about Barry though is I do use my own fingerings I made up for certain notes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something that we get a lot of altissimo questions and I don't I I mainly do the altissimo stuff with my throat. So like I could be playing a B flat for all of the high notes and just it's really important to know what note you're aiming for. And
Yeah.
sometimes,
Yeah, the thing is like I always tell people like the saxophone's a saxophone until it gets to altissimo, then it's like a trombone or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like in the way
yeah,
that in the way that like you have to hear like with brass, there's not like a different combination of fingers for every single note.
yeah,
So like when you play brass, you kind of just have to feel it a little more, you know?
totally.
Like, can you imagine there's only three things? Like literally there's a different thing for almost every single note.
I think
So
brass players know how to control their throats and their singing and all that much better because they have to.
yeah. Yeah, it seems like every trumpet player can sing like really well that I've ever met.
Yo, it'd be really interesting if we started trumpet and trombone or what, and just like played it
Yeah,
a couple weeks, if it would make our altissimo better.
it's possible.
Yeah,
Do you know who Marc Rousseau is?
sounds really familiar.
He was the original sax player in the Yellow Jackets. A lot of people don't know that.
Ooh.
So
Before
very
Bob Mitzer.
yeah, before Bob Inser. So he was doing the Yellow Jackets. Then he started touring with um, Steely Dan,
Oh,
and he was doing that full time for a while. And so then that's when Bob Mincer joined Yellow Jackets. So he still plays with them sometimes, but he is very very poppy,
Oh
super
my God.
poppy. Um, and he is insane altissimo. Absolutely best altissimo I ever heard. My favorite altissimo.
Oh
And
wow.
so I read a book by him about altissimo that was a lot of my inspiration for altissimo. And he's very pro make your own fingerings, do your own style.
Love that. When I was talking about Altissimo with David Sanborn, which, oh my gosh, he's a master
Yeah.
at that. He was also saying that he doesn't use, he makes up his own fingerings, and he also does a lot of it just by his throat.
Mm.
Yeah, he's quite good at it.
Yeah, whenever I bend from a note to a note, I always do it with my throat on. Like, and it's great because you can kind of like fake it because you can kind of be like, oh, I don't know where I'm landing.
Right.
Like sometimes I'll play the same fingering and like depending on how I lip it, it'll be like a half step off or half step up. Like I'll finger what I think is D and then it will come out like E flat because I'm like in the key of E flat and I just heard it and I'm
Yeah.
like, but I was fingering a D.
Totally. Oh, me too. It's like this the slide. You just gotta go for it, and then the more you do it, the more you'll learn it and know where things are positioned. Ooh.
It's
So
back.
listen, we had some technical difficulties, Sax Gang. Leo, can you hang for like 5 extra minutes?
Yeah, I can hang. I can hang. I can
Okay, cool.
hang.
Because I do want us to watch some of these videos. We've been
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
great submissions, but I love that for all of you who are saxing out with us right now. Altissimo and overtones are probably one of the top questions that come in. So there we go. We covered a little bit of alto and Barry. That was fun teaching each other. Um, okay, so let's dive into some of your guys and gals videos. So I want to first play actually a gal who has joined us in the workshops. She was the only one who did the two saxy workshop challenge from a couple weeks ago when we did our
Oh,
bending and
nice.
growling workshop, and we gave. We weren't able to announce it live in the workshop, but we had it in the PDF. And one of the challenges was to jam using like bending growls and vibrato and film yourself and jam along with our virtual jam session, which was like at the end of our workshop. And then the other one was to play Leo's lick in 12 keys. But before we show some of that, because she did a fantastic job, and she didn't do one challenge, she did both. So come on. But before that, she sent a video of, I assume, the group that she's in. And I think it would give us a little, gives us an idea of her entertainment and her playing before we watch some of her Too Saxy Challenge stuff. So let's take a listen.
Whoa. You're on mute.
The Instagram. Yeah. So that is her group, and she's part of our workshops. And so I wanted to give a little context because I was going through her stuff, and in the other clip, she's in the practice room, but come on.
That was amazing.
I gotta say, your face was. I hope Chiho's watching right now. Your
That's
face,
that's the best thing
everything.
I've seen in
So
my
they are. You want to give them some gigs? They are called the Lady Honkers.
Lady Honkers. Is that Japan
Yeah,
or
she's
okay,
tuned
okay,
in
okay.
from. She's in Japan. I don't know.
So yeah, if we ever go to Japan,
They should open for us,
I will. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna keep that name in my head.
or we'll just go see them.
Honestly, I might just. Yeah, I'll remember it. I'll remember it
That
right
was
away.
dope. Okay, so Chiho, thank you so much for sending that. I really felt like their stage presence and the costumes, like I like the songs that they picked too, and they really had arrangements, and they also knew within their arrangements when they wanted to like hype up, and she was like, "Hey, hey, hey!" I just thought it was so much fun, and they have a great vibe, and the costumes are great. I saw some of them are using the harness that's like better for your back too, for
Yeah.
the neck strap.
Wow.
What'd you
That was amazing. That was amazing.
think?
Um,
It's
I
actually
mean,
Lady Honkers with a Z.
okay, Honkers with a Z.
Yeah.
I think, because I have to give feedback generally, my main thing is just that like if they could switch up the choreography a little more, I think it would I'd take it to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Um, and so I actually do choreography for horns. Let me know if I'm in Japan. I'm down to help.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Um,
Let's just go to Japan and spend some extra time, do some shows,
I'm down.
choreograph some stuff.
Yeah, I feel like I'm like having all these ideas like if they had like if they're like graphic art like what would you call it, logo or something, is like I'm thinking like a goose playing saxophone because like gooses like honk, lady honkers. It's like a really cool goose with like shades, like
Oh, that's great.
maybe with one of those little hats on they had on,
Oh my gosh. You're a great creative director.
thanks.
I think it's good. She can see that. So let's just watch a little bit of, she did these two Saxy workshop challenges. So this is, I think, the challenge number one, which, she did both. So let's check it out.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I really liked at 40 seconds where she was like, so by the way, for those of you who want a little more context, that was after our workshop, we did a virtual jam sesh to the folks who joined us, and that was you playing the bass line, and she came together with you like bop, 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 bop. So that was nice. I like that moment.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, Chiho. That was really a treat. And talk about, bringing the performance elements together with playing. She wrote in her message that really some very, very sweet stuff about what we're doing. And I can't recall right now exactly what she said, but very, very sweet. Um, all right. So let's check out another video. This is at Zach S at ZACHSPONDIKE. And I think this is a live I think this is a live performance. Let's check it out. Yeah. All right, Zach.
That was sick. What do you
He just
think?
went at it too. That's a short solo, and he just came in with gusto.
I think that I thought it was great. First of all, obviously this person is like really good. So let me just say that. Like
Very
obviously a
advanced.
really, really great player. Like I
Yeah.
mean, you're probably better at tenor than I am, so I shouldn't be giving too much advice. But I will say I think the solo would be more effective if you put a little more space, a little less notes, and a little more of like a climactic build to something that's long and high.
Yo, I was gonna say the same exact thing.
Yeah?
I was literally that was my comment of like, anyways, continue with yours, and then I'll chime
Yeah.
in.
Like I just think you want to use all the shredding as like a vehicle to move from lick to lick or like part to part. But if it's just shredding, um, but then again, like I mean, some people just shred and are successful. I don't want to like, whatever. But if there's a little more melody stuff going on, and if you just milk a high note, you're gonna get more attention, I think.
Yeah, so I mean, I was going to say a very similar thing, and of course, everyone has their own preferences, and we're not saying that this is the right way to do it or not do it. We're watching office hour stuff for the very first time, so you're really getting our initial gut reaction. I also thought, I mean, very advanced, got some great language going on. It's not easy to come in for an 8 bar solo and say your stuff and come out. But I also think that if he had a high or a long note, something that dynamically really drew attention to when he is shredding, that would really take it over the top.
Yeah.
Really, same exact thoughts going on in my mind. But yeah, rocking. I love seeing all these different levels and people playing different styles of music and language, and it's really, really impressive to me that everything everyone's been sending in. And for future office hours, everyone, keep DMing us. We're saving all the files, and we go through past submissions and new submissions. And we have limited time, so unfortunately, we can't get through everything. But know that we're saving your files. Let's do one more, if that's cool. Is that cool?
Yeah, yeah. We have to go to a Lady Honkers show. I literally like
Dude.
now it's a
And
goal. Like
yeah, I would like key that up, and I'm like, okay, this is going first. This is
sorry, okay,
going first. Your face was priceless.
sorry to go back to that, but like so like whenever people are all dressed up and they have a certain vibe, like honestly, like a lot of times they're like not that good, and I expect them to not be that good. Like no offense to anybody, but and people feel that way about me. Like a lot of times when I walk into a room, I'm all crazy and everything. They're like, "Who's this guy?" And then they're like, "Oh, he's actually good." And it was like first seeing them and then being like, "Whoa, they're actually good." Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was I want to see the Lady Honkers live. I feel like that
Yeah.
would be my scene.
They really they nailed a lot of elements. That was
Yeah.
really cool. And even like the intro graphic of their thing and the band name and yeah. No, that was a real treat. Okay, well speaking of
Yeah, yeah.
presentation, this next cat has dressed up for us. And he also wrote a really sweet message, which I'll read in a moment. And he plays both the saxophone and guitar and vocals. I think we're only going to have time to share his sax playing right now, but those are his main instruments. This is at Michael.Proxy at Michael Proxy. Let's take a listen. He's 14 years old. Let's take a listen.
Hello guys.
Hey!
The
Yo!
presentation was great.
Right? Get the hat, the glasses. Stand by me. Um,
Um,
what'd you think?
I feel like it was great. Um, I got some slap back in my ears right now. I don't know why that is, but
Oh,
anyways, are you hearing that?
mm-mm. Are
Okay,
you hearing
cool.
that on YouTube?
Yeah, well, maybe if it's just if it's just me, I don't care. But
Okay.
um, uh, yeah, there's this thing with like, and I don't know how other people feel about this. Like a lot of times, like when I'm playing saxophone and I'm performing, I'm almost always like serious in my head. Like I know that's like maybe surprising because like a lot of times people think I'm like making jokes and it's like there's like parts of the people laugh at my show and it's like funny and I'm just like no, like I'm dead serious. I think that's what makes it funny. Like, you know what I mean? Like I really mean it, like, you know, the way I'm doing it. And I feel like
It's very
he's a
authentic.
yeah, and I feel like he's accomplishing that same type of thing. And I don't know, maybe he does think of this as being a joke and he's having a joke thing. But there's something I found like like comedy in it. You know what I mean? In his
Mm.
movements and his playing, and it kind of reminded me of me, like how like I'm like, no, I'm just doing this is just how I feel, and this is how I'm jamming.
Yeah.
But I found some comedy in it. As far as feedback, I mean, like presentation, I'm gonna say like it's great, it's great. Um, but I would work on your tone. I feel like you could have a stronger tone, and I would hit the like more fundamentally stuff that's what I think that you need to work on as far as just getting a better, stronger sound. Um, you know, that's basically what I would say. But I thought the presentation was great.
Yeah. That's good stuff. Right off the bat, he's like got a vibe. 14 years old, like
Yeah.
dressing like that, presenting himself. The other video he sent in, he's by the river singing and playing guitar. Talented cat. I would also say, yeah, opening up the tone a bit more, especially those high C's. It might help. It's notorious on the alto to kind of get thinned out there. So something I like to do is boom, put the right hand down. It makes a difference. Check it out. It's just like a quick thing that you can A/B experiment with your sound. Here's without the right hand, and here's with the hand. Just kind of fattens up the sound. I think he could work on the roundness of his tone. The thing I really liked that I'd like to hear more of in his playing, he had this really cool thing going with the vibrato, which I think it's purposeful because he did it a few times, but he went like. I think he did it slower. And it felt like this wave, and I would like to almost hear maybe him commit to it even more and draw it out. Because he definitely had a groove going within the vibrato, and so I'd love to hear more of that. I think but thank you, Michael. Really great
Yeah, it
stuff.
was awesome.
I love office hours so much. I never quite know what we're gonna get into, and man, it's so much fun. I hope Sax Gang. I hope you're digging it. As always, keep sending in your videos. We're gonna continue to make this a weekly thing, and super pumped that so many of you are like working on your craft and your axes. Two Saxy is taking this week to break from workshops, and we are working hard to get a month-long schedule to all of you for the very near future, so that I know we have ranges of levels and people are into different things, so we want to give a little bit more of a overview of what we're going to be covering. And there's a lot of questions that came in, a lot of Mouthpiece questions. We are looking at them, and we'll have to go over that in a different time. Got a little bit into it about Mouthpiece stuff, but yeah, we'll be back. We'll be back. Thank you all for tuning in, and tell your saxiest friends about office hours, because I think it's great fun.
Thanks, everybody.
All right, ciao everyone. Have a good weekend.
Peace.
Peace out.